Hello everybody, my name is Barakura-sama and thank you so much for joining me today to my first ever weekly review that I will upload. I tried recording one before, I wasn't happy with it, so here I am again. The episode kicks off with two new villains getting introduced and their names were Seniyara and Mondada. Weird names. Two brothers with both of them having a stand. One of them had a manga that could, through manga type storytelling, predict their future, and the big brother had this stand that can not only change his face but entire body. It was said later on that it could change his height, his smell, even his smell then, hair, and even his weight. So, and by the way, the manga art style of the future manga kinda looked weird to me, but it's just the Jojo mangaka Araki, I think his name is. He just seems to love drawing that way, like really bizarre body structures and poses, and yeah, well, they predicted the future and found out that all they have to do is to kill the three main characters, is to poison them. So they thought like, yeah, we're gonna go into the cafe, and they murdered this poor guy. If you think about it, that guy had an entire life behind him. He had family, most likely he had family, friends, and that poor guy, man, just like with a frying pan, bam. And that poor guy. And we have seen that they were really confident in their abilities, and the smaller brother had a really strange laugh. Like, he's on that Meruem level when it comes to not knowing how to laugh. I'm close to that level, but I'm better than those two. And as the episode goes on, we have found out that those two were idiots, but they were funny idiots. I love those two idiots, Efdol and Kakyoin, my favorite character. They were hospitalized, as we have found out. And we have heard that Efdol's wound isn't vital, so we don't have to worry about Efdol, but Kakyoin is the problem. Maybe we will lose Kakyoin here, which is a big problem, I remind you. The group we have right now has problems or seemingly issues with every fight they had, except this one. This one was like easy. They didn't even realize they fought. That's how easy it was. But it was also probably my favorite fight, if you could call it a fight. It wasn't a fight, it was just pure comedy. But losing a stand user is really hard. I mean, they somehow managed to go on without Efdo for a certain time, but if they lose two stand users, I don't know what they will do, man. I mean, they have to fight 8 stand users, since the 2 that got introduced this episode aren't really dead. They aren't out of the counter now, and I know they will come back. I know they will come back because Steve is just so good at manipulating people and making them loyal to him. So they will come back, and they will kick ass again. So the 3 sat down in the cafe, which Polnareff chose by throwing cigarette, and he was like, yeah, my cigarette points at that cafe, so we're gonna chill here. And this is where we saw they were able to predict the future. I mean, they even knew in which cafe they were going, so they had it pretty convenient there. Murdered the poor other owner, I suppose it was, and they sat down, ordered black tea. But then Joseph was like, hey, wait, no, we don't order black tea. What if someone tries to poison us? Give us something in its original, that didn't get opened up until now. So give us a cola. And that big brother's reaction was priceless right there. I really laughed my ass off. but a little twist happened. Other customer was in the background and he was like, yeah, this cola is warm, what is this crap, give me something different. Or no, I mean he left, I think. Well, that worked out to the brothers' favor, so the main characters decided to order black tea after all. So they were nearly there, they nearly had them dead, but they were all taking, the little sip, and it was basically in the mouth already, but then Iggy appeared, stole bread from another customer, and what happened is they all spat out their tea, except Chotaro, by the way. Okay, Chotaro did it too, but in a different way. The other ones were like this, and Chotaro was like looked cool, by the way. But at first I thought he didn't do that, and we're gonna see that later, that he's gonna have issues, he's gonna be near death, and but no, he just did it in a not so obvious way, like. So Iggy caused trouble and they left the cafe, and with that the brothers kind of failed their plan, so they plotted something new together. So he was looking in his future manga again, and in that future manga he was like, yeah, we're gonna meet a random dude, punch him in the face because he looks annoying, I think, and he's gonna drop a wallet that contains a lot of money. So they actually did it. They punched that poor guy that had lives and children and family, and in the face. He dropped his wallet. Okay, I should stop with that. Anyway, let's move on. And then it got said in the manga that they are on their way to the hospital to visit after like Kakyoin, which of course is awesome because I want to see them how they are right now. I mean, it got told to us, but I'd rather see it with my own eyes. And yeah, poor Kakyoin, man. Kakyoin, you have to, I swear to God, don't lose your eyes, man. Don't lose your eyes. So they planned to put an orange bomb into the car, and they saw that because of this orange bomb, Jotaro will get split in half. So of course they thought it's gonna be easy, let's just do that, just throw that orange bomb into the car, and well, he tried to, but the big brother basically tried to put the orange into the car, but the three main characters kind of showed up earlier than he expected, and they caught him, or they would have caught him, because he was able to change his face quick enough to match Chotaro's appearance. Nearly, because his head like was 3 times the normal size of Chotaro's head, and it was like way too long out there. I mean, if he would turn around, he could like basically knock someone out because it's just too damn long. And his skin color was a bit too dark, I think. And there he was like trying to act like Jotaro, but the awesome thing is he was so out of character. Now, what I did like about that is we have seen Jotaro's voice actor in a completely different tone, like we have never heard it before, which of course I really appreciate, because I love Jotaro's voice actor, but up until now we have always heard it in this monotone voice, so of course I appreciated it, that we have heard him like nervous and scared and surprised now, acting completely different from normal, like totally out of character, which was funny as hell, by the way. And well, he lied about his clothes, and the main character seemed to have suspected him, but at the end there was a hint that they didn't, and well, but then he kind of entered the car with them, and to keep up his cover, but because he can't just undo everything, and because they would instantly see it is a stand that he's using that can change his appearance. But we moved on, and they realized that they are the ones that will get split in half, which of course they didn't like. Now, in the car is where the best part of the episode lied. In the car was everything that was funny, it was just hilarious what happened in there. Like he trying his best to keep up his cover as Jotaro, and Polnareff was like, hey, yeah, show me the trick again that you learned with the cigarette, and you know, tipping it in his mouth, and then the smoke came out of his. And he was like, no, 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 you do it with 5 of those. And he was like, 5? No. I mean, I couldn't even do it with 1. I couldn't even do it with a stick. Okay, I could do it with a stick. I could do it with a stick. He was trying to get rid of the orange bomb that was in the car, like with throwing it out, and he was like, yeah, I'm safe now, but no, you're not safe, because seemingly the 3 forgot about the 2, because Jotaro isn't in there. They forgot about Iggy now. Iggy took that orange in his mouth and jumped right back into the car, which of course didn't play in this, wait, his name was Mondara? What's his name? Mondara or Seniara? One of those two. It didn't play in his favor, of course, because now the bomb is in here again, and what he needed right now is Polnareff being like, let's eat some orange. Just because that's exactly what happened, and he was like, he wanted to peel it, and he was just trying to push it out, dry it out, and then he was like, oh, my stomach hurts, and of course they stopped. He was trying to leave the car, but then he received the looks from Polnareff, like he was just staring at him like he wanted to kill him. But then he was like, here's toilet paper, which of course was hilarious. And he said that Jotaro is always quick with taking dumps outside. Impressive, right? But he thought he's free, and no, he wasn't, because just remembering it, man, just remembering it. He was like, yeah, now that you say it, maybe this orange really is dirty, let's throw it out. They threw it right exactly in front of his feet, he stepped on it, and bam, cut right through, like there, exactly in the mid. Of course it didn't completely rip his body apart, or it just didn't. Well, you have seen he kind of struck his tongue out, and the tongue was complete, because it is good that it's complete, because if he would have had an open mouth or something and the tongue would have gotten cut, I mean, he would have died of blood loss, I guess. Blood loss. Yeah, blood loss. So, but the mouth was closed, so it cut right through him. Then he opened his mouth and his tongue came out, so that's probably the reason why the tongue wasn't damaged at all. And then what they needed was, I mean, then all other people came back, like the dude that they punched in the face because he looked annoying and stole his wallet, and other people, I mean, maybe the guy from the restaurant, maybe he survived, I don't know, but they were like pissed at him. He totally ignored the fact that he was covered in blood and beat his ass. Both of them, even the children's ass. The poor child though, the poor child. But the thing is, the kid was like, he was like wanting to take revenge on them. But the thing is, it was because he was an idiot himself. No, they didn't do anything. He just trapped himself in that. So, but anyway, it was just hilarious. And then we have seen them getting hospitalized, and yeah, because they're not dead, they will come back. I know they will come back, and hope they will come back, because they're hilarious as hell. And we stopped at the 3 main characters being at the front of the hospital, wanting to visit Kakyoin, and after all, this episode was probably my favorite episode of season 2. It was just hilarious, and while there was not a lot of action like we have seen it previously, it was just hilarious and such an enjoyable episode. I really enjoyed it. And I hope they will come back, because I want to see a second episode as awesome as that. Oh, or maybe they just keep coming back and never succeed, and maybe we're gonna see him like 5 times, which of course will be amazing. It would be amazing. But anyway, the preview, we have seen a few clips of amazing animation with Polnareff going at it in a sword fight against someone else, which, my god, this is gonna be awesome. Polnareff's stand is my favorite one when it comes to design. I design a lot myself, but So I always acknowledge good designs, and it kind of hurt to see that his stand like seemingly lost power after his first fight against Avdol. So I'm gonna enjoy it. What's gonna happen next? I mean, this was really needed. I really need to see that his stand is still relevant when it comes to power. So anyway, and with that, I think that concludes my review to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders Season 2 Episode 3, or Stardust Crusaders Episode 27. Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you can join me again another time.